Hola Centani, and welcome to another episode of the Godfather Minute. My name is Alex Robinson.
My name is Andy Robinson. I was
You paused like you were gonna.
I was like halfway between my voice and some character imitation. It came out. I don't even know who that was. So I am Andy Robinson. I promise you that.
And today we are the Godfather Minute Brothers here to talk about the movie The Godfather Part II, Minute 17.
Excellent. Alex, repeat after me. E minuto.
Numero
17.
17. So now it seems like we've switched.
Yeah, the teens are weird.
Because the DJ used to be at the back of the front of the thing. Wait.
Yeah, no, you're right. It'd be like
Sette DJ or
it'd be like 48.
Yeah,
48.
Right, exactly.
48.
Yeah. But now it's
the teens are weird. Think of the Italian.
It's a time of change.
Think of the Italian numbers.
Yes.
Like the Sierra Boys Choir. The teens are just an odd time.
I see.
Oh, Mr. Wonderful.
Well, speaking of which, in minute number 17, while the Sierra Boys Choir finishes up their rendition of Mr. Wonderful, Senator Geary sits down with Mikey and Tom Hagen making his Godfather 2 debut. The senator warns Mikey that he intends to speak very frankly to him. Mm. Maybe more frankly than he's accustomed to. I really like that phrase. I'm going to try to use that in my daily life more frequently.
Yeah, that's a great one because you can use that.
Totally.
It's applicable in a lot of settings.
Do you think it's a power move in a conversation because it puts the other person throws them off because they're not sure what to expect now?
Yeah.
Because you're implying that they're kind of people have to tiptoe around them.
Yes, I think it is a power move.
Yeah.
And it's even a more powerful move if after you say that, then you're very wishy-washy and you're not very clear. You just keep them off balance. What I'm trying to say is, there are times when businessmen have to talk to each other. That scene was really 25 minutes long.
Yes, well, so before that even happens, we get the tail end of the lawn luncheon. And I think Kay is maybe supposed to be drunk.
Something's going on with her.
Because she seems like she's totally doesn't know where she's supposed to, she seems totally like she just got teleported there and has no idea what's going on.
Yeah, she's kind of giggling and her hair's in her face and she doesn't know where to stand.
Do you think this is the first time she's met a senator? It's funny that Kay, of all people, because she had such a high opinion of senators in the last movie, and now here she is all kerfuffled getting to meet a senator. Yeah. Do you think she met bigwigs before? Is this her first Pezzo Pesante?
Probably.
Oh, so maybe that's why she's so nervous.
Maybe, yeah. I think she had overdid it a little bit.
Oh, you think so?
The actress, yeah. It's not very... Well, maybe not. I don't know.
It seems more like
really
Annie Hall than Kay Adams.
Yes. And Kay, we elected him. He works for us.
You can't do the Woody Allen anymore.
Oh, okay. Yeah. How would Annie Hall... What would she be saying to Senator Geary?
She'd be all like, "I'm so sorry, Senator. I just..."
That's not Annie Hall. Can you do a Diane Keaton impression like an Annie Hall?
It's tough. La-dee-da. I can do lines, she says, but it's hard to think of specific phrases.
Yeah. What's in one of Woody Allen's characters' names that he would say?
Alvy Singer. That's what he's called
Alvy, but that's just...
Yeah,
it doesn't really... Well, Alvy, but that's just an esoteric perspective on humanity.
I have noticed in my travels through life, I'm a big fan of impressionists.
I thought you were going to say you're a big fan of traveling.
No, not a big. No, I'll tolerate traveling if there's an impressionist at the end of that travel. Yeah, you know, I loved. We went to go see the late Danny Gans. God rest him.
Yeah. You saw what's his name, Rich Little? You were talking about the other day.
Little. That's true. Yeah. I feel like for whatever reason there aren't many female impressionists, and I don't know if that's sexism against, like, there are women who want to be impressionists, but the system, women just are funny, whatever the prejudice is against them. Or, and this gets to my point about Diane Keaton, is there something difficult about doing impressions of women that makes it harder to do impressions of them? Oh,
you're saying that you're suggesting that a woman impressionist would do more impressions of ladies than men.
I assume so, just because you think their voice would be in just the same way there's more male comedians, more male impressionists do impressions of male characters. But
that's a really good question.
Because like if someone said, "Oh, do a Julia Roberts impression," and then do a Reese Witherspoon impression, like next to it, I wouldn't know what. Like, not that I've seen a lot of things with those actresses in it, but it just makes me wonder if it's
that's a really good question.
If much the same way that women in show business are allowed a narrower range, like women generally have to be more physically attractive and there's a narrower age range and stuff like that, if that limits the sort of range of things.
It's a shallower pool of impressions you can do.
Exactly. And believe me, I am 100%. And I've seen Las Vegas, there was a female impressionist. I remember because she used to do when you go to you've been to Las Vegas bunches of times to see Mo Green and the gang.
Yeah, I learned the casino business.
And there's always a channel at the hotel where they teach you how to play games and what kind of shows they have. One of the hotels had like a female impressionist who was doing impressions of like Cher and Carol Channing. She did George Burns too. So she did a couple of male impressions mixed in there, but it stood out because I hadn't seen too many other female
cool.
impressionists. So
that's a great question.
Anyway, if you're a female impressionist somehow listening to this, give us a call. We'll have you on the show if you could do some Godfather characters, especially.
That'd be great. Now, would we ask her to do the female Godfather characters?
If there's a female impressionist, and
she do anything she wants.
Anything, I would.
I'd love to hear a female impressionist doing all our favorite characters.
Yeah,
like
totally.
The whole stepped over scene. That'd be great.
Could they remake The Godfather but flip the genders? Like have it be all female characters, and then there be there would be Jay, who would be the only male. Like Jay and Papa would be the only male characters in the story.
Oh God!
Oh, and I guess Donnie.
So it'd be called like the Godmother.
They call it the Godmother,
and Mama would be the head of the family.
Yes,
that's a great idea.
Yeah. Who do you any actresses you want to see in it?
That's wild. That's crazy.
So this will be our what if for this episode.
Yeah,
what if you did a gender swap?
Well, let's cast the sisters. And we'll just assume that have the same temperament. So you have Sonny, Fredo, and Michael.
Yeah, that's tough.
That's really
also because I don't know the names of a lot of actresses now.
Yeah,
every actress I can think of
you
is
can go any era.
Yeah, that's true.
Who's a hot-headed Sonny type?
Diane Keaton.
No.
I would. What about would Talia Shire play one of the sisters?
Oh yeah, maybe she'd play the Fredo.
Yeah.
Because it'd be like Frida.
Because Adrian in Rocky is kind of like the Fredo
although she wasn't very ambitious. She was more of a wallflower.
Yeah, that's true.
You have to have someone who's a bit ambitious, but just
so she'd be more like how Fredo should have been. Fredo should have been. He would have been happier if he was a wallflower because he wouldn't have gotten into trouble if he didn't.
Because then he would have gotten what he wanted and needed.
That's right. No, he wouldn't.
No, he wouldn't have gotten what he wanted. Well,
if he was a wallflower, he would have because he would have wanted to be left alone. So. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, because no one would have messed with him, and he wouldn't have been involved in the family business. Wow, it's fast. I keep going. Three's Company has been on repeat.
Oh my god!
I know it's so weird about
Mrs. Roper is the perfect
Mama?
Mikey. Oh no, I was gonna say Michael Corleone. No, I was kidding though.
Because we're flipping them.
Yeah, I assumed you were gonna go with one of the.
Oh, I see. As one of the brothers.
Yeah,
one
Joyce
of the
DeWitt
sisters.
or something as one of the.
I thought Mrs. Roper could be a great Frankie Five Angels character.
And you can only picture her wearing like the same outfit and everything like that.
Stanley, you have me waiting in the lobby.
Oh man! I wish Norman Fell had been in The Godfather.
Boy,
So
this is going to take some thought.
yeah, it's
That's a great question, though. Flipping the genders. I
flipping
like
the
it.
genders.
Yeah.
Let's
see. So I have one more comment about that before we get to
About Drunk
Senator
K?
Geary. Yeah. So Geary and Kay. My note here is that so they're shaking hands.
Yes.
It's another odd handshake situation.
Yeah.
They're shaking hands over the check.
Yeah.
With one set of hands, and then their other hands are co-holding the check.
Right. Yeah.
And then they're done with the photograph, but they don't seem to. They can't figure out how to release it. Did you notice that? They're just kind of. It's like a slight tug of war.
Well, so it's like neither one wants to like be the one to drop it if the other one doesn't have it.
Yeah,
so
but they don't
it's
want to rip the check.
Oh, that's true.
Right?
Yeah.
And that's a big donation. I think it's Senator Geary who ends up kind of pulling the check out.
Well, doesn't Senator Geary's like guy come and like pull it away? So
I think that was Turnbull.
You think that was Turnbull?
No, I don't think he's there.
Okay, I have a question about Turnbull, but I think
I have
save it
tons
for
of
next
questions
week.
about the next minute. Yeah.
Okay,
But so they
Turnbull.
finally release it. Just a more awkward handshake situations. Last minute too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I always
else
look
you
at
got?
these scenes. I always look at these scenes as things that can contrast with GF1, with the party scene in GF1, and maybe they're just trying to show like how whereas the Connie's wedding went all smoothly and stuff, and everyone was kind of here. It's kind of all like no one really knows what they're supposed to be doing. You know, I don't know. That's the only thing I could think of.
You know, I just realized some dudes mine cryptocurrency. You're always mining for ring theory.
I am. I can't help it. It's, I'm wired that way. I'm always like, how does this connect to something that came before or will come in the future?
Takes a lot of processing power.
A lot of money in that gray matter.
Well, we do sort of close the daytime party scene.
That's true. Yeah.
And I love it. I love Lake Tahoe.
Well,
I've been
there's
there.
still a little bit more daytime party.
Daytime?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
In
That's
fact,
right.
you should be preparing for that because you're supposed to be, your countdown song is supposed to be.
I'm close.
So are we now going to just debut it with when that happens?
Well,
or?
I'm behind schedule, so I would hate to release it as a countdown song and then only do it for it's like 4 or 5 more minutes.
Right. So what are you
So
going to do?
it might just be a Frankie Five Angels song.
Oh, like a Frankie Five Angels like theme, so that whenever
Yeah.
he's on, we can
Like an
play a little bit of it.
introduction. Yeah.
All right, I'll allow
Yeah.
it. Maybe that'll
Yeah.
be different this year. Maybe all the
There
new
we
characters,
go.
instead of doing countdowns, you come up with a theme for each character. A Hyman
love
Roth
it.
theme, Frankie Five Angels.
Yes.
There you go. That's what sets this
Perfect.
one different.
Good. And I kind of half wrote the lyrics.
Yeah.
And I was even having a hard time counting down to Frankie Five Angels. So
Yeah.
Frankie Five Angels standalone song. I'll go for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then when you're done, you'll have a whole album of songs
Characters
about those characters.
the Godfather characters. And then if people play it at the 78 speed, because kids, you can play records at a faster speed. We will flip the genders.
Well,
Because they'll be like, hey,
I think there'll be chipmunks then. If you,
Fredo Corleone was stepped over.
This is a sidebar about the chipmunks, but Pete the Retailer sent me a album, which is there's an album called Chipmunk Punk,
Well, yeah, it sounds familiar.
which came out in like 1981. Weirdly, there's no punk on it. It's all like
What?
it's like 4 Knack covers and like some Billy Joel and some. It's weird for a punk album. It's not, but
Well, you know why they call it that?
Why?
Because when you bought it, you got punked.
oh snap! But he sent me someone had taken the album and like re-released it with because the way they do it is they
record it slowly and they just speed it all up
right
to get the voices.
So
high.
they played the regular version where the songs are all like twice as long
before it was sped up.
And you hear the guy singing it, the voices that are going to be sped up. It's so weird because it's basically every song just kind of like turns into like a heavy metal like dirge.
A dirge.
It's like Christmas. You may be right.
Is it that slow?
Yeah, because they have to. It has to be sped up twice as however much faster.
Christmas time is
well, that sounds like you're doing it even slower than the real one.
Well, you have to do it slower because then when you speed it up, it becomes the Chipmunks' voices and the tempo becomes faster.
But their voices aren't all like Christmas. They're just kind of like Christmas. Yeah.
So they found guys with regular middle of the road voices.
Yeah. They're not like they're not really.
Because if they found very low voices, they would have had to do really slow.
Well, no, if they had deeper voices, then they would have to speed it up even more.
Yeah.
So if it was,
So wait a minute.
Yeah,
I think you just stumbled upon a brilliant idea.
What?
Billions, if not trillions of dollars were made on that idea, right? Don't these dumb chipmunks sell platinum level albums?
They've been
every
a perennial favorite since they were introduced in like the 1950s.
Yeah.
Yes.
They went the direction of speeding it up.
Yeah.
Let's slow them down.
So the chipmunks, you want to do like the not the turtles. There already is a group called the turtles, like the sloths.
The sloths. and it's still pop tunes, I think.
Yeah.
And you just get middle of the road singers to sing them fast, sing their regular voices, but very quickly.
Right.
It's like, you may be right, I may be crazy. Oh, and
then you slow it down.
So super low.
Oh, I like it.
But I don't know. Is that fun or funny?
Well, I don't know.
Or is that more of a novelty?
I guess if you're using the chipmunks as a starting point, there's nowhere to go but novelty. You know?
Yeah.
I think we should reverse the chipmunks, and that we should take those original tracks, speed them up without the audio, and then have someone sing regular speed with the songs sped up. You know what I mean?
I lost you.
All right. Play the songs at half speed.
Just the music, no singing?
Just the music. Play the songs like You May Be Right at half speed.
Okay, so slower.
Okay. Then you speed up the music twice as fast.
Uh-huh.
And have someone sing along with it in a regular voice. So they're singing along with the track played twice as fast. Does it make sense now?
I just got it.
Do you think it would work, though?
I think it would work, but I do think it's been done before.
Really?
Yeah, but less complicated.
All right, have the person sing it at twice the speed.
Okay.
No, they play it at twice the speed.
Mm-hmm.
You sing it at half the speed.
At the same time?
No, like you...
Oh, and then you slow it down.
Yeah, then you slow it down. So you're meeting like in the middle.
Oh, okay.
So there you go.
Huh.
So yeah, we do have some more daylight scenes, but they do move into the office after this. Did you want to talk about the inside the office?
Was there anything else? One more thing before inside the office. The Sierra Boys Choir still singing Mr. Wonderful.
Uh-huh.
And when Geary and Mikey are shaking hands and getting a photograph taken, they're holding a plaque, I think. I couldn't see if Mo Green's name had been previously etched on it or not.
Uh-huh.
I hear the kids singing Mr. Wonderful. And those acne-riddled youths. And
Mr. Wonderful. They're going through puberty as they sing.
And that's when. Oh, anyway, I'll get to the Fredo Corleone's Mickey Mouse nightclub later because there's a good one about the singing. Was that coincidental, or was that
what?
Did Coppola deliberately put them singing, quote, Mr. Wonderful when the camera was on both of them? And if it was deliberate, which one of them is Mr. Wonderful?
Oh, I thought it was supposed to be about Michael.
Because he's the one providing the donation and supporting the university.
And also the Geary introduced it as like, oh, they did this for Michael, and so that I think that's
Okay.
and also he's the star of the movie, so that's
Yeah.
yeah.
So it's Al Pacino as
Al Pacino is
Mr. Wonderful as the Godfather.
As the Godfather. Yeah. I wish they had called him Mr. Wonderful at some point in the movie.
Called Michael that?
Yeah. I mean, besides the boys' choir, I wish like later on, like you know, maybe when Kay was like, it was an abortion, Mr. Wonderful, like something like that.
This is a callback to
Yeah,
that
totally.
scene.
Yeah.
And then in GF3, when Anthony is being argumentative with Michael about wanting to be an opera singer, he's like, I'm quitting law school and I'm gonna be a singer, Mr. Wonderful. What do you think of that, Mr. Wonderful?
I like that.
Finish what you started.
I wish I never hired that choir. It sounds like Joey Zaza
Or Tessio.
It's perfect.
I like that. Finish what you started. Yeah. I can't wait to get to Godfather 3. Hey, is this a good time to mention?
Yeah, we spent Godfather 1 looking forward to Godfather 2, and now you're talking about looking forward to Godfather 3.
Is this a good time to promote the poll?
Yes, Patreons. Well, maybe we should do that at the end. But anyway, we recently crossed the finish. Not recently, probably about a month ago now. We're going to be doing a GF3 commentary, and we recently posted a poll over at godfatherminute.com/support to see which version of GF3 do you want us to cover. So if you go to there, become a Patreon supporter, you can then weigh in. Yeah. I haven't checked since I posted it a couple of days ago.
Yeah.
But not weighed in yet. So
I am looking forward to it.
yes,
It's been years since I've seen GF3.
more than just the opening half hour.
Well, and as we discussed, that's just a review of the first two. A synopsis.
So yes, Godfather 3 commentary coming soon. Check it out.
Awesome.
I wanted to call attention to Mikey's office here.
Yeah. So they enter the office. Mm-hmm. This is the first time we're in the Lake Tahoe office, right?
That's right. Yeah.
Throughout the movie, there are several scenes filmed in there.
That's true. Yeah, there are. And
what do you think of it?
Well, it obviously looks very similar to the Don's original office, that dark brown and the heavy furniture, and that it's very. Although I don't know if there's any symbolism in it or not, but if you recall, they made a point of showing that scene where Don Corleone looks out through the blinds when you see his eyes peeking out, whereas here Michael's window is totally open. Like there's no, and so I don't know if that's like him kind of showing that, oh, I'm closer to becoming a respectable businessman. See, I'm not hiding in this little room. I have full transparency here. I'm a regular guy. So and I like how the windows have that kind of, they almost look like, I guess it's supposed to be like a rustic kind of like tree things, but they almost look, they're like cracked in a way.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that was also a sign like of bad things to come for the Corleone family. That there was, but yeah.
Yeah, awesome. That's great. It's such a cool look to that room with the bright sun coming through.
Yeah.
The office itself is very dark, but I think you can even see the water outside.
Oh yeah.
That probably means something too, right?
Yeah, it's Lake Tahoe.
Yeah.
Sure does.
Fredo's already out there fishing.
And we see Al and Rocco too. Not Alan Rocco, Al and Rocco. So yeah, we get a lot of people making their first appearance.
That's how Mikey always gets them into events, because he's only allowed a +1. He says, "Oh, I'm taking my friend Alan Rocco," and they show up. And they're like, "Wait a minute, you only get one." He goes, No, I told you it's Al and Rocco.
Or I thought it was like when they're together, when Rocco gets on Al's shoulders, that's when they're Al and Rocco, and then they break up, and then they're Al, and almost like
it's like a Wonder Twin superpower thing.
Yeah, or like Master Blaster. Do you remember Master Blaster from the
Thunderdome?
Yeah, Mad Max 3.
Yeah,
Town.
Was that 3?
Mad Max 3.
What was 2?
2 is the Road Warrior.
Oh, that's right. The original Mad Max. We always forget about that.
Yeah. That was kind of...
Thunderdome. 2 capo regimes enter, 1 capo regime leaves.
Yeah, so it should be like that, where they're conforming to one super bodyguard.
Who would Al be on top? He's a little shorter, I think. Rocco's kind of tall.
Yeah. I feel like Al would be on top just because I feel like he's more... Is he more... I guess I associate him more with Michael.
Yeah. He's been in the organization longer, I think.
That's right, because Rocco wasn't Rocco like the chauffeur or something?
Yeah, Rocco was originally Clemenza's chauffeur.
Yeah.
And then he's the one who shot Paulie.
Yeah. And Al sticks around for GF3, so...
Yeah. So long, Blaster. Blaster does die. Oh, that's why. Yeah, he's Blaster. He's the one who shoots Hyman Roth in the end.
You mean Rocco?
Rocco is Blaster.
Yeah,
and Al is
right.
Master. Alan Rock.
Mr. Wonderful here to welcome you to the close of the show. Unless you're a Patreon supporter, if you want to become a Patreon supporter, go to godfatherminute.com/support. What do we have, Todd? What do we talk about the last half?
We talk a lot more about Senator Geary. We talk about his prescription drugs. We talk about wacky packages.
So we talk about wacky packages and crazy labels and some Lake Tahoe trivia.
Yes, interesting Lake Tahoe trivia.
And so godfatherminute.com/support. Otherwise, we'll see you next week on the Godfather Minute.
No!